So hi, welcome to Holiday Care EMR system. Today we're gonna discuss about the new scheduling system and also how to submit your timesheet. I want to let you know that Holiday Care is no more using when I work for our scheduling. All those services are now moved to our own Holiday Care RT. When you first log into our EMR system, you come to this page. It is called your home page or your account page. At any time, you can go to your name here, and on top of the page, there's on top of your account information here. You can click on this little icon to always come back to this home page, which is your page. So when you come here, the first thing I want to introduce you is your schedule. Um, the schedule is set up by the staffing manager. And when you come to this page, you just move to the left side of the page, and then you can see this area, this link here called My Schedule. You click on it, and then it shows you, as you can see in a minute, it shows you your schedule, whatever you're assigned to work. Um, you can see that you have a shift here that has been assigned to you with different clients. Or for example, your name, we are logging as Kofi Eboer here. But Kofi has a shift here, which is a regular shift here, which is blue here, with a patient called Carlos, another patient called Tamara that is on Thursday, and then another patient again, Carlos, the same patient, Carlos. But there is also another thing, schedule, is that based on from the staffing manager, Kofi has an I think this one is training schedule from 8 to 12 with Carlos Maldini here, and then Kofi has orientation here from 10 to 12 here with also Carlos Maldini. They have different colors because they are different type of schedule. So the one thing Kofi can do is to print the schedule. And when you print it, it comes. You just click on the schedule, and then it converts it to a PDF schedule where he can see his schedule and then the time and everything and print. There's also one little information that is coming on the schedule. For this particular case here, for this company, I would say for Lydia Care, Kofi is it is showing here that Kofi is working 30 hours for this week. I just want to say that it's as a regular employee you work 40 and past that if you is overtime, but at this point Kofi will see by himself that he has 30 hours of work with Lydia Care. So that is a schedule. Now we're gonna see a little bit how Kofi will submit his timesheet. To do that, he has to choose one of his clients because you only work on a client. It's when you work on a client that you submit the timesheet with the client. So he goes up here and he chooses one of the clients that he's working with. And then we choose Carlos Maldini. And then when Coffee clicks on Carlos Maldini, naturally get to the patient account. He can verify that this is Carlos Maldini. And then he goes to the left again. And then first thing, you want to see the case schedule, the schedule of everybody watching the case to see how it looks like. And he clicks here on the case schedule. And then when he clicks, naturally, it loads the schedule with everybody working on the schedule. You can see the hours they are scheduled for, total hours, and you can see the whole schedule here. This is the whole schedule of the patient, and you can see spot for orientation for same patient. Kofi has orientation here, and then has a training here for the case. All that's set up by the staffing manager. And Kofi can print the whole schedule by downloading as a PDF files, as you can see, and then and then schedule and then do that. He can print that. So and then one other thing Kofi can do, he already printed schedule. It's good. You can see where everybody's working. You can see who's coming to relieve him. Everything is there available for him. And then now the timesheet's a little different. Kofi has only some options to submit the timesheet. It goes back to the left side. He can see maybe the list, but the list will be hidden by Monday. By Sunday, actually, the act time will not be there. There is an old way of submitting time. will only use the calendar to submit the timesheet. That is new. And then when you click on the calendar, this is what you see. You see what you've always seen, which is our the calendar that you had before. But here the calendar has red spots. That means these are shifts that were scheduled uh, by the staffing manager, but the shift that have not yet been signed in. And I want to let you know that before for you to be paid, you have to clock in or sign in or submit your timesheet. And to do that, we made it a lot more easier, the lot easier. So now you don't have to put the timesheet by putting the time in, the time out. Try to go to next day to do the time when you're working overnight. You just click on the spot that is already set up by the staffing manager. But you can only click on your spot here. For example, we are logged in as Kofi Yeboah. He cannot submit the timesheet for Hillary, which is another LPN, a nurse here. Under this is still Kofi Yeboah, but it's red. That was a training. That was orientation. That was training. Um, to submit the timesheet, Kofi just have to click here, and then that's it. But there could be some changes. Kofi may have come a little late to work. He can click here instead of coming midnight schedule. He came at 15 minutes after midnight. And also, well, the replacement came a little late, which is not good, but Kofi worked a little longer than scheduled. He can go back and change a little bit. And he found out had to leave work maybe at 5 minutes before 8. He put there. The system gives you the actual time, but maintain the spot, and Kofi just has to click on it, and then so you will see in a second the schedule is changed, and then you can see Kofi's spot here on the schedule. I want to say that Kofi can still make changes to the timesheet at any time by clicking on this icon here, and Kofi can also remove the submission by clicking on this icon here, which is a delete icon. And when it does that, everything will go back to the red. So when you see red on anybody's name, that means the schedule was assigned, but it is not yet, the timesheet has not yet been submitted. I also want to say that if you don't submit your timesheet, you will not be paid because legally you have to sign in for your shift to be paid. Um, I also want to add that if you have been sent anywhere by a staffing manager and you don't see the slot on your time on the calendar for you, you have to call your manager, the staffing manager, to submit to put in that time slot for you to be paid. I also want to say that Kofi can submit this other slot, our training. And when you click here, and then the system indicates that it was a training. And then naturally, very easy. Kofi didn't have any change to make on the time. He did exactly what he's supposed to do on the training. And then the training is submitted. And then you can see that that training for Kofi is there and it's a different color. So when you go anywhere around, you can always see that. So this basically concludes our training. You can always ask questions if you see a problem. You can send us an email at solidiacare.com or olidiait.com. Thank you for watching this short video.